Hello gents, I'm back, here to do another movie review, and this time I'm not doing a horror movie, but I'm doing something just as good. I am reviewing this Godzilla box set that I bought, and it includes Godzilla Vs Hedorah, Godzilla Vs MechaGodzilla, Godzilla Vs Gigan, the Godzilla remake from 1998, and Godzilla 2000. So, yeah, let's get started. The first one I'm going to do is Godzilla Vs Hedorah. Now again, these movies, all the Japanese ones, these are all their American releases, like the old Godzilla movies, all the American releases. I've started collecting some of the other, like I think it's like this, they come in this silver case, and they have like both the, I think they're two, I'm not sure if they're 2-disc, I just forgot them. No, they're that was the one. They're 1-disc, and they have both of the releases. They have the American release and the Japanese release, which is sort of cool. I only ever watched the Japanese release, though. So yeah, this is Godzilla vs. Hedorah. I like Godzilla movies, I really do, but this one doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't count in the Godzilla timeline. Godzilla can't fly, people. Okay? Like, I know, like, the concept of, like, this is the movie where the laws of physics don't even apply. A monster can't fly by just, like, breathing out. He'll spin around in circles. Like, come on. Like, I like Godzilla, but this doesn't count, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's a really good movie. I like I like those old Japanese effects. Suitmation, I think, works really well, and now that they're perfecting it with their more recent Godzilla movies, it looks just as good as CGI. But, you know, these old ones, they got that charm to them, but this one, even though it's, you know, cheesy and it's got the flying scene, it doesn't count, in my opinion. I don't want to... No. Okay. Next one I'm doing is the first Godzilla movie I ever saw, and it remains my favorite. Godzilla vs. Gigan, also known as Godzilla on Monster Island in the States. Or the original States name, whatever. And, yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. It uses a lot of stock footage from the older movies. They used some from, what was it? It had, like, it was like the two Frankenstein, like, people, the two monsters spawned from Frankenstein. War of the Gargantuas. It had both the Gargantuas in it. Well, some stock footage from the Gargantuas movie, except you never see the Gargantuas. But, yeah, my favorite monster is in this one. It's Gigan right there. The best monster ever. And, yeah, and it's got Anguirus, it's got King Ghidorah, it's got Godzilla. This is honestly a great movie. I think it's got the most building destruction of all of the Godzilla movies, like all the new footage of building destruction, like the most new footage of building destruction for these movies. I know, because most of them just use stock footage, like, yeah, it's, I'm trying to think what else to say, sorry. Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun. It's really, you know what I find really interesting about these Godzilla movies? On the back of the box, they have all of these little circles here, and they have each of the monsters in those. And, those are all the monsters that appear in the film. And I found that really, really cool. But, yeah, this is just a really fun movie. If you have a chance, I definitely recommend this movie. It's a lot of fun if you like these cheesy Godzilla movies. Okay, next one I'm doing, the last one in the box set that is one of the older movies, Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla. Now, this is a lot of fun. The effects weren't as... I know they're cheesy effects, but some of the effects, it looks like they just were slacking off a bit with this movie. I think they made this right after they made the Zone Fighter TV series, so I think they might have just sort of been thinking of it as another installment in the TV series, so they weren't giving it as much thought as they would an actual movie, because they just got it off right off the TV series. But, like one of the scenes where King Caesar here, he's climbing out of the pit, and you can see the suits open at the back with a bit of his red shirt sticking in the actor's red shirt. It's a great blooper, even though it was included in the movie. Whatever you want to call it. MechaGodzilla is really cool. Godzilla really takes a beating in this movie, and MechaGodzilla's suit, I think, takes a beating. He has these things on, like, for the actor to see through, but you can't see the actor in there. like right on the neck, and that stuff's all bent out of shape and stuff by the end. So the actors really do take a beating in these movies. But yeah, again, this is just really fun. Godzilla turns himself into a giant magnet to attack MechaGodzilla here. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in here. This one, I didn't notice it, but this one isn't cropped weirdly like a lot of the other Godzilla movies, like the American releases. It's not nearly as bad as Godzilla's Revenge. I couldn't even get through that movie. The cropping was so bad. Plus, it was the American release, so Manila he sounded like Barney. Fuck no, no, you can't do that. But yeah. Other than that, this is a great movie. Check it out. Alright, Godzilla 2000. This revamped the Godzilla franchise. It was great. This came out 2000, hence the name Godzilla 2000. And you can see that they started to use like better computer effects. They started to use green screen effects in this. The only problem is they're not doing it very well. There's a lot of green flare off of Godzilla, even though he's already green, but you can still tell. And yeah, it's really good. The one thing that I think they could have done a bit better on is the shot where Godzilla's walking in the background and the car's driving away, and no matter how far the car seems to get, Godzilla doesn't diminish in size. But yeah, Toho isn't really good at well, at the time they weren't really good at visual effects, like computer effects. But since technology has improved and the company as itself has gotten better, it's gotten a lot better. Like I'm sure they're a lot better now, and I can't wait for that short film. Like it's like 45 minutes. It's a Godzilla movie that was originally made for a ride in Tokyo. It's gonna be playing in IMAX here in Canada and the States, and I think everywhere else. So it's gonna be really awesome. There's a new monster in it too, which I'm totally pumped to see. But yeah, this one's really cool. Godzilla. There's this rock that comes up from the ground, and it turns out to be like this monster. It starts off looking like a UFO, all the rock comes off, it goes flying, and then I think eventually it morphs into another monster, and Godzilla, of course, needs to fight the monster. But this is a really good movie. I think this is some really good effects for the recent Godzilla movies, although some of it, it's corny, but it's Godzilla, come on, it has to be corny. Okay. I really don't want to do this next part here. I really don't. It's a load of ass. It's a load of ass. Look at Godzilla. He looks like a freaking Muppet. Holy shit, he looks... Oh my god. Godzilla. You know what's really funny about this movie? Toho hated this so much that they put this character in one of their movies made after it, like the actual Godzilla movies. And they put this monster, this Americanized Godzilla, in that movie, and he fights the Japanese Godzilla. Oh yes, they did that. They actually did that. I'm not kidding you. I kid you not. And this guy gets taken out in one tail swipe. This is not a real Godzilla movie. You want to see a real Godzilla movie? Go to Toho. Go to their Toho Productions. If you don't want to see, if you think this is the real Godzilla, fuck that. Okay? No. No. This guy's even smaller than the actual Godzilla. And I couldn't even get through the whole movie because it was so bad. But I don't even know if he ever breathed fire. If he didn't, he's running from the helicopters. He's running from the freaking helicopters. Godzilla doesn't run from helicopters. He destroys them.